Okay, so you read the title, right? Pyramid Head is now a stealth killer, and to make that happen, we're going to be using these two add-ons. So we've got Volatile Sect Photograph to decrease our terrors by 2 meters for every survivor tormented, and Tablet of the Oppressor, so while you're using the Rites of Judgment, we gain Undetectable. And of course, that only reduces our terrors down to 24 meters, but to make it even smaller, we've got Monitor and Abuse, so while we're out of chase, our terrors is decreased by 8 meters. So with these two add-ons and Monitor and Abuse, our terrors is only 16 meters long. And of course, you've got Lethal Pursuer, so at the start of the trial, we see all survivors for 9 seconds, and also any aura reading ability is extended by 2 seconds. And in order to hide, so when we damage the generator, all survivors around 24 meters of us are revealed for 7 seconds with Lethal Pursuer. But yeah, that's basically it. As you'll see in the video, this build is actually pretty strong, so let's just get into it. And alright, I have Hawkins National Laboratory. I'm actually pretty happy with this since it's an inside map. Which means while we're undetectable, they just don't know where we're coming from, and even if they hear our terrors, it's gonna be so small that they also just don't know where it's coming from. Either way, I've been pretty excited to test out this build because I made Pyramid Head, and because of that, he hasn't had like an add-on rework in like 5 or 6 years, and now I just want to see what is good for him and what is not. So I want to test out like all the different builds. Let's just get this M1 on it, or M2 on him. Not sure how that missed, but if we got it here, then it's just good. And he also got tormented. I'm pretty sure we could just go for the M1 here and he should be just downed. So that's insane pressure at the start of the game. And also one thing to keep in mind, I have like 0 slowdown perks, which means I have to play this very strategically and use the cages when I really need to. I will save them though, because it does decrease our terror radius when we don't cage the survivors. Either way, let me just stick him here, and we could go back up to upstairs to this side, because I'm pretty sure there is a survivor. And yeah, let me just, you know, go down here, and we should just be able to get the M2. And yeah, she obviously vaults this window because that's what all the survivors basically do on this map. Then she doesn't vault it again though. Let me just actually go around. I don't want to risk anything. And then we can go for the M2. Ooh, she barely actually got that. This guy did just get unhooked though, and he got, you know, fogged because someone used the fog. I think I hit him though. Yeah, that's actually crazy. Unfortunately, he did have endurance because he just got off hook. But if we just hit him again, then we can kind of tunnel him. And that's great. We just got him down again. I would hook him, but I want to save that for the, you know, quick Mori. And yeah, also, I'm pretty sure terrace is like 18 or 20 meters long now. So they just don't know where we are until we're like this close to the gen, if not even closer, which is great because then we can just use our power from far away, and they don't have really much time to run from us. Let me just go check up on these gens again, and yeah, let me just kick this gen to make sure no one is around. And I'm pretty sure I see a survivor there in the distance, and nice, you can just chase her here and use our M2, and she shouldn't really expect it. My power just keeps cancelling on itself for some reason. I'm not sure if that's like a bug or my mouse is bugged. That's also a possibility. But it's not a problem since we can just get an M1 on her. And it's even safer than usually. I thought she was going to go up the stairs, so I just used my power there. But yeah, she's pretty cooked here since I don't think there are any like pallets. And even if there was, she didn't drop it for some reason. So we can just go for the M1. Our terrorities should now be like 4 meters, but I will cage her. Because I want to, you know, there aren't any hooks nearby and I don't want to waste any time. And yeah, I will just kick this gen so I have nowhere to hide. Nowhere to hide is so strong on inside maps. It's actually insane. Unless there are no survivors nearby, of course. And yeah, the survivor just got uncaged, but you can go follow them. And then we can hopefully get a quick M1. I will just get it on her so she mends, and then we can go for the Lara. She did use the fog vial, but they are just so bad that I can just see her perfectly. Like, why would they nerf an already bad item that basically has no use? Or at least never had. I'm not sure why I'm pulling off my power here, keeping in mind that we're literally upstairs, but we did fake her out to the point where she just jumped, so that's good. And yeah, there's a survivor trying to go for the flashlight. Too bad there are walls everywhere on this map and she can't really get it. Let's just exit Lara here and go check up on these gens in case they're being worked on. And oh my god, I'm not sure if she didn't hear our terrorists or what. I wasn't even undetectable, I just had a small terrorist, but we just walked straight into her and she just got down. Oh my god, I'm actually kind of surprised. I guess this build is actually surprisingly pretty good. And also, one good thing about it is when you're using Rites of Judgment, you're also undetectable because of the other add-on. So even if you don't have a small terrorist, since the other survivors aren't on cages and stuff like that, then you can still get a small terrorist by just using your power, just like this. And if someone was working on that generator right now, they would be pretty cooked. But yeah, either way, we will be just going for this survivor since he is on death hook. And if we injure him, then he's pretty much dead. I would just go around to cut him off. And we should be pretty good. And yeah, I doubt he can run really far. He did get some distance though. He might have overcome. All of this map is just pretty mazy like, but you know, he is kind of dead. And then we can get a quick final Mori on him, which will be great. And oh my god, we can just get this done right here. And after that, then we're kind of set. Like, I'm not sure what these survivors can do. They have like no progress on most gens, and yeah, except that one. But there is another survivor here, so let me just go for this flick, and we miss. But we can just fake them too, and then go for M1. This is so strong about Pyramid Head that the survivors are so paranoid that you can just go up to them with the M2, and then just get the M1. Also, there's a Lara here for some reason. Yeah, finesse is not gonna save you from that. Let me just go down this tube, like in a toilet, and she kind of went into our thing, which means we have that detection. And this is such a tight corridor that we can just go for the M2. I will cage her though, because I just don't want to waste time in going for hooks. And then we can go for the other survivors. And yeah, she just got on hook there, so I will sneak up to her with our power. I'm pretty sure they don't know I'm coming. And yeah, I think these survivors gave up. It is pretty unreasonable, to be honest, since I don't think we were doing that well. But yeah, I guess let's just get the Lara here. That was a pretty cool snipe. And let's just end her misery, because she evidently doesn't want to be in this game. Another survivor trying to go for the flash. I'm sorry, but I'm just looking at a wall. This game is all about walls pretty much, especially this map. Let me just go for the M2 and make sure to miss, and then just don't miss the next time. So yeah, this build is actually pretty good, and it's also fun. So I'm really glad it worked. But yeah, let's go find Hatch now. And unfortunately, she did find it first. And yeah, since we had no slowdown perks and we still got such an easy win, I think it's pretty safe to say that this build is strong. But yeah, let's just get into the next game. Alright, we have the decimated Borgo. This is actually one of my favorite maps. Luckily it's not the Vecna one, because if it was, then we'd be pretty cooked. Anyways, if you made this far into the video, I'd really appreciate if you could subscribe, because I'm like 400 subscribers away from 1,000, and I'd say I'm pretty close. But yeah, we can see all 3 survivors here. I'm not sure where the 4th one is though. And she did have sprint burst, so that's pretty unfortunate. Let me actually just fake the M2 and go for the one here, so she hopefully runs away into our trails. But sadly she didn't. That is totally fine though, because we can just get her here, and I think she will vote that pallet, so we can just go for the M2, and that's perfect. And then I'll actually just hook her on the hook, since, you know, I don't want to be using my cages this early on in the game, especially since they reduce our terror radius by like 2 meters when the survivors are tormented. So let me just kick this generator, and yeah, we do see a survivor here. If I go for the M2, I wouldn't reach that window, unfortunately, because of the fact that we don't have any range add-ons. But there is a David here. I can just go for them too. Perfect, we do get him. I'm pretty sure the survivor went that way, so I'll just go up to her. And yeah, she's not that far away, to be fair. I think we just go for the M2, and she will not vault the window, which is unsmart. But we can just go for the M2 here, and she is injured, so that's great. We actually got that snipe pretty easily. She's just going on a straight line though, so we should be easily able to catch up. And even if we don't, then we can just use our power to, you know, M2 her. But there are no pallets nearby except that one. So let me just like duke it out, so she hopefully drops it. And then we can just go for the M1. So that's perfect. Okay, so let's just look her here. And I'm pretty sure the survivors are definitely working on that gen, or maybe on that main building. But I don't mind main building popping, since it's pretty hard to get up to anyway. So I will be just going for this gen. I will kick this gen, I was gonna say, but I guess there's a survivor here, so there's no need for that. I was gonna use it for Aura, but you know, she kind of has a green shirt on. What is her pathing? I'm sorry, did you see that? She just went like around in a circle back to me. I'm not sure if she's playing the same game as me, or if she's trying to like circle me. I don't even know. Maybe she just has stick drift, stick drift. What am I saying? Stick drift. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. But either way, this survivor doesn't have the best spotting too. He's just going on a straight line, and then he's just going back to me. So I'm not sure what these people have in their heads, but yeah, let's just hook him. And okay, let's just go for the other ones. I'm pretty sure at least one of them has some kind of brain inside of them. I will be going back to this gen, because it did have some progress on it. So even if they're not working on it, we can just kick it and have nowhere to hide. So we can just see the survivors in case they are nearby, but I don't think they are. They are working on the main building, which is pretty obvious, because why wouldn't they, of course? But I don't really care about it popping, even if it doesn't pop. I don't think these survivors are pretty smart though, except this one. He seems like he has some kind of brain cells. You can't just... Oh yeah, never mind. He just use dramaturgy into a wall. But yeah, let's just pull up our power here. We should be able to just, you know, down him, and perfect. I guess he didn't expect us to just go, you know, instantly forward with the power, because usually they try to juke it out. But yeah, let's just hook him onto this hook next to us. And then we can go for the other people. They're probably popping that generator in main building right now. Let me just go for these survivors though, since he did just get unhooked. There is a Meg, but she doesn't seem to be too smart. I mean, honestly, do any of these survivors seem smart to you? Because they sure do not to me. I am a Pyramid Head main, by the way, just in case you didn't know. But yeah, I guess let's just go for the M1. We should be able to just get the injure behind the wall, and that was perfect. We should be able to pull up our power again, and she'll definitely evolve that. Ooh, she actually has some brain cells in her, except when you go for the M1. I guess she didn't expect that, did she? But yeah, let's just get onto a hook. I'm not seeing too much value from our add-ons in this game as much as we did in the last game, but we should be able to just hook her here. And now that we have her tormented, then we can just sneak up to the survivors a bit more. The survivors are actually getting a bit progress on these generators, but it's not much. And perfect, she walked right into my torment for some reason. These survivors aren't too good, so it's not like you could really, you know, avoid that. But yeah, let's just kick that generator to get nowhere to hide in case anyone was nearby, but it doesn't seem like it. All the survivors are on this side of the map for some reason, so I won't be going for the David. I'm not sure if he's trying to body block or what. I think he was. I'm pretty sure it's too late to body block, bro. She is already on the ground. Yeah, let's just hook her. I'm pretty sure she's dead, so that's great. And then we can go back for that David. I'm actually not going to go for him since that gen has no progress. I was going to say that that gen did, but I guess it doesn't have progress either. Let's actually go kick this generator to have nowhere to hide in case he is anywhere nearby, so we would see his aura. But yeah, there is actually a survivor working on that gen. Since we have like no radius, we can't just use our M2. And also, while we are charging our power up, we have no radius either. So it's just a win-win situation for us. But let's just look him here. I'm pretty sure the main building gen is gonna pop any second now. And yeah, they're literally about to pop it, but it's not like I could care since it is literally main building. And it's more of a trouble than it's actually helpful for us. So let's just go for the M1 on this Meg. She doesn't expect us to, you know, fake the power or something. She did look pretty disappointed there. So she did get quite a lot of distance though, so that's pretty unfortunate. But yeah, she always keeps going to this loop. And she doesn't seem to be playing it well. And yeah, ignore that miss. You didn't see it. Let's just finally kill her because she was pretty getting annoying. So let's go for the last two survivors. And there they are. They're both the David and the I'm not sure what his name is. I forgot. Let me actually go for him since he's the smarter one, and I don't want to deal with him later on in the game. Also, why did I get a team of like 3 survivors who like never played the game before? I literally played the game before this and it was like normal. The survivors are actually pretty good, so I'm not sure what changed in the meantime. Let's go for this David though. Of course he goes in a straight line right into a wall, and he doesn't have any pathing skills, so let's just down him. And yeah, let's go look for Hatch now. Oh, and he's communing with the glyph. So let's just get this over with. I let him do the challenge because why wouldn't I? I'm pretty much a normal person. But unless the hatch is right next to him, then we can just go for the M2 here. And he's dead. I don't think it's nearby. So let's just mori him. But yeah, either way, I guess it's safe to say that Pyramid Head is a stealth killer with certain add-ons. And he's not even a bad one too. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!